Ooh.
Are you writing down my personal ad?
Must have badonkadonk.
Well endowed player. Well endowed, of course.
What's
in search of Dirty Ho.
It's only been 28 seconds.
Yeah, come on.
But I didn't say anything bad.
Well, it depends on who you ask. Badonkadonk.
Now I know what that ringtone says.
Yeah.
Must have a badonkadonk.
Personal ad alerts going off.
I can't say the donkadonk. Brandy, what are you doing, Brand?
We'll be in on a package.
Wow, that was really slow.
Come here.
Who are you talking to?
Easy. My dog. She's choking.
Well, that's not good. You're not supposed to do that with your dog. John Boulware, yes, dude.
Are we here?
That's not my address. No. I just crossed off all the pertinent information on this, so I will be unboxing this very shortly, my friend. Thank you. John Boulware, everybody.
Is he? Oh, ew. Is it glitchy to you too?
Am I glitchy?
It's glitchy.
Is it?
Yes. Very glitchy. It's weird.
All right, I'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. This is Johnny Beane and David Nesdahl.
Hi.
It's 8:16 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:16 Santa Cruz time, October 4th, 10/4/2019. We got Ned on the couch. There he is. We got Howie on the floor. And Jay will be right back. Oh, yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a subscription if you enjoy this stuff. Even if you don't enjoy it, I think you'll have a good time. Anyway. John BL. Yeah, there's Ned. Yeah, Ned gave us quite a scare, man.
Well, what happened?
He left yesterday and didn't come back until today. Like, the last time I saw him was yesterday morning, and then he came back like an hour ago. So he was gone all last night, all this morning. But he's chilling out. He's having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So yeah, welcome everybody. We'll be talking about some guitars tonight and basically whatever you want to talk about. It's all good.
Yeah, got some things to talk about.
Nesdahl brought up badonkadonk. Oh, I don't know what that even is. Let's see who's in here. We got John BL. John BL, I'll see you tomorrow night, man. Saturday night. R2R3 Locky Nut. Look at these comments. Ben Combs is in the house. Han 36 Solo is here. Mike Neese. Steve Carmichael. Hey, man. Andrew Walton is in here. I'm getting text messages. Alan Ford is in the house. Guitar Wannabe is here. Craig.
Yeah, Craig, what's up?
Craig is here. I heard he paints guitars.
I think I heard something like that too.
Mm-hmm. And here is once again Jay Hannon.
Am I still glitchy?
No.
Much better? All right, I don't know what I'm doing, but that's the am I lagging test. All right, cool.
All right, bye now.
All good. Cool. Yeah, Fruitcake Tony is here. Thomas Santiago, Joe Hervey 84, Jimmy T. Hey, good to see you, Jimmy. Mike as himself is here. Jason Wade. Ernest.
P. Worrell.
Eisen?
Eason?
Eisen, I think it's.
Eason? Cameron Brown. There's Cameron.
What's up, Cameron?
Yeah.
There he is. Good to see you, Cameron. Vintage Sounds is here, and Soda is here as well. And Lenny Lou just made it.
Lenny Lou who?
Yeah. And Chuck.
Chuck Bobuck, banana fan of.
Badonkadonk. Zach Thong is here. Krell Bar is here. Awesome. So what's the latest? Nesdaw, what's brand new over there?
Nothing is really brand new other than I'm holding a customer's Wolfgang USA 2009. Really cool. This belongs to a good friend of mine who happens to be a customer, and it's all done. I'm waiting for him to get back from the road, and I'll be shipping this down to him.
Did you swap the parts yet?
No, I have the same parts on mine. I did switch out his Floyd. I took the EVH Floyd off and put an 84 reissue Floyd on like mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's very cool.
See ya.
I figured I'd show both. Here we go. Ooh. Yeah, they're cool.
Look at that.
Twinsies.
You'll be sleeping in between those tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Those aren't pillows.
Yeah, they're cool.
How do they how do they compare? Like you've played them?
Well, I've played them both, yes. Mine, which is the one in my right hand, has a slightly thinner neck than this one.
Just slightly thinner?
Slightly thinner from front to back, yeah. Just ever so slightly, but it's a little bit thinner. They both sound great. I mean, it's they're very similar guitars.
Do they sound identical? Are they exactly the same?
No, they're exactly the same guitar, but they're not. They don't sound identical. No. They sound similar.
Mm-hmm. What's the deal? Cool. How come that pickup is switched around?
Oh, well, it was a used guitar. I got it from Guitar Center for my buddy, and whoever had it before now had switched it, had turned it around. The thing is, the electronics actually were all screwed up. Nothing worked. I didn't plug it in while I was there. I just, for $1,500, I just bought the guitar for my buddy and brought it home and took care of it. Now it's working perfectly. And
the electronics were busted up at Guitar Center?
Yeah, it didn't work. I didn't know that because I never plugged it in over there. But when I plugged it in here, it wasn't right. So the switch was backwards, so the downward position was the bridge and the upper position was the neck. But something didn't sound right. It was too thin sounding. So when I opened it up, someone had already been in there and did some stupid work. So I fixed it all up and now it's working the way it's supposed to. But I had already done a setup on it with new strings, so I didn't turn the pickup around beforehand. So it's fine the way it is. It sounds fine. And I think it looks cool too. Oh, that's not it. That's it. I think it looks cool like that. It's different. It's different than most people's Wolfgangs.
What does it look like? It looks like the Ernie Ball had the originally came with the pickups like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Ernie Ball did. And then it was the PVs that were switched around and then these.
Yes.
Wow, that's cool. But yeah, it sounds like somebody at Guitar Center tried fixing it and probably flipped the pickup around thinking it was the wrong way, and somebody did something to that. But it's all good now. Or
maybe that's why it was so cheap, because they couldn't figure out, oh, this thing doesn't work, son of a bitch. And they
from what I was told, it was originally $2,200 and they devalued it to just over $1,500.
Probably because anybody that came in and said, "Oh shit, a USA Wolfgang plugged it in and it didn't work," so of course they couldn't sell it.
Yeah. Well, it's working perfectly now.
Yep.
Huh. Well, that's still pretty good for something that doesn't work if it's, you know.
Yeah, for a guitar that's, first of all, they don't make this guitar anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's a 10-year-old guitar.
Right. And go find one, you know, for under $3,000. I dare you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so even if you plug it in and it doesn't work, you can make it work. So that's not such a big deal.
Exactly.
Even if the pickups were messed up, you could just order some new pickups.
Order some new pickups. Exactly.
It's the body and the neck is what you want.
Yeah, but not everybody knows that. Or not everybody would think to like, oh, well, I can just take it somewhere else or do it myself, which I wouldn't be able to do. I'd have to take it somewhere else. But most people would probably be thinking, well, they plug it in, didn't work. Something must be wrong with this guitar. You know, hang it back on the, what did I just say? Hanky panky?
You said badonkadonk. Today's special word.
Every time you say it, it's like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Riley Morgan has a question. Says, question for Dave. How do I raise my pickup on my guitar with no pickguard? Talking about Strat. I guess your pickup is screwed into the body directly. If it is, you probably need some sort of foam underneath the pickup for it to raise up. Otherwise, the screws are going to come out, but no, you know, the pickup's not going to come up with it. You probably need a piece of foam.
Kind of like
just
that.
like Jay has there.
I mean, obviously, if it just needs to come up a little bit, you're not going to go that crazy, but.
Yeah, most pickups or most guitars, a lot of them will have foam built in, either like that or even attached to the body. You know, if they don't screw into the pickguard.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Matthew Stewart says, "Is there a way to tell if frets are stainless when buying a used guitar?" Well, if
spill something on them.
Yeah. If they're very slippery, you know, like if it's very fluid when bending the string on the fret, that's a way to tell. If there is no fretwear whatsoever on the frets, chances are it could be stainless frets because they don't really wear.
Yeah. Well, let's look at that one. Look at the frets on that. That's a 10-year-old guitar. Those are stainless steel.
Yeah, there's no fretwear on either one of these. Not at all.
So what would you have to do to make fretwear to that? Like, would you really have to be using a hammer on that?
Probably. I mean, I guess if you were to drop the guitar on its face, the strings might be able to cut through the fret, you know, if it hits hard enough.
Run it over with a car.
Yeah, right?
You would need a harder metal than stainless to friggin' do that, you know? Or just a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
But yeah, the whole, you know, bending on glass type of analogy is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It feels so good.
Do you guys get the emails from Guitar Fetish?
No.
No. That probably goes into my spam just because of the name.
You ever get pickups from them?
Mm-mm.
No. I got pickups from them like 16 years ago, and I guess I'm still on their email list. Looks like they're having a sale on P90 pick guards for like Strats and Tellys. Just, you know, P90, you know, routed.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty cool. Where's the email? I think I got it like either early this morning or.
Do they recommend sending in like a sketch or a trace of your own pick guard with the holes and everything to make sure that everything will fit properly?
I don't know. Oh, it wasn't Guitar Fetish. It was the Stratosphere.
Stratosphere? Oh, is it Stratosphere?
Stratosphere. That's what it was. It was Stratosphere. This looks pretty cool. I'll show you guys.
Hey, Dwight.
Hey, Dwight. Dwight. Dwight.
No, he said hi to me. Me.
Crap. The actual. Let me go back to the email. It looked better on the email. That looks pretty cool. Here.
It looks like you're 5-10 feet away from the.
Me? I am.
Okay, you're across the room.
I am. I'm like way away from it.
Whoa!
That looks pretty cool, actually. Right there. So it's the pick guards that they're selling. You know, an actual P90. What do you call those? The soap bar?
Yep.
That looks.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yep.
Don't drop the soap bar.
I like that.
Now on the website, does it have like a booty load of different versions or different styles and stuff like that for the pick guards?
A badonkadonk.
Yeah, badonkadonk.
Whoa! Yeah. Well, even in the. Wait a minute. I gotta do this again. There we go. Yeah, even in the email, it shows all the different dual P90 for strats, triple P90 for strats,
Triple Lindy.
P90 for telly. Right there.
Go telly on the mountain.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's cool. Stratosphere. That's who has that. But yeah, the Guitar Fetish, they have pretty good stuff too.
Johnny, you have to read Boner Jam's comment like you're doing a wrestling promo.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Sorry, man. Yeah, when I look at it through StreamYard or whatever this is, it doesn't show up like Boner Jams. Wait, what does this say? It's the Jabberoni.
Jabroni.
Oh, jabroni?
Yes.
Wow.
What's a jabroni?
A moron.
You don't know about like The Rock. That was one of his insults. Hey,
No.
you jabronis.
No. It's the jabroni beating pie
Eating, trailblazing, boner,
inducing boner jams in the house or awkwardly positioned in your pants. Happy October. Thank you, boner jams, man.
Good thing you're not a wrestler.
Wow.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not. No. Although I did just walk up a hill 3 times. So I got some good exercise there.
Did you walk up backwards?
No. I sometimes I do though. Hey, Joe Wentz.
Joe Wentz.
Joe Wentz.
Do we?
Yeah.
Is that his real name?
I don't know. I've said though we know somebody named Joe Wentz as well. So Joe Wentz and Joe Wentz. Rothtober.
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 So do you boys want me to get into the update?
The badonkadonk?
Dun, dun, dun. Weekend update. Well, it wouldn't be weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the latest, man?
Well, it was, oh God, when you zoom in on me and I have to stare at myself looking like an idiot. Can I see all you guys? Can I see?
Is this better?
Yeah. Dave, pretend like you're talking. Oh, never mind. Hey, you know, all these guitars on the wall, Jay can have them. I don't want any of them. He can have them all.
Badonka donka donka donka.
All right. So
Okay, you can look at all of us.
Initially this was going to be a lot worse, but it ended up ironing itself out, sheaking itself out. Long story short, most of you probably already know what was going on with Kiesel. They finally sent my electronics back earlier in the week. I got the package. It was in perfect condition, packed beautifully inside. But I opened it up, and both of the bare knuckle pickups were cracked. Long story short, I contacted them. There's a discrepancy of who thinks what. They said it must have happened during shipping. I disagreed, but after I got an email from Jeff Kiesel today, and they are going to replace the pickups. So all's well that ends well, right? Isn't that what they say? All's well that ends well. I didn't just make that up. Can I take credit for that?
Did it say badonkadonk anywhere in the message?
Well, the pickups look like they were dropped on their badonkadonk, but that's beside the point. But yeah, so
dear badonkadonk.
Yeah.
Dear Mr. Badonkadonk.
It's all ending well, which is all I wanted to see happen. So
good.
Credit to them at this point for it's over. It's over.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's over. Over.
Well, Gene, my wife is right. She said, let's not count our chickens before they hatch. You're right, because they haven't been ordered yet, but let's.
Mm-hmm. I count my chickens every night because I have to, to make sure they're all in the coop. But so these pickups then. Wait, what did you just say?
Jesus, where?
I'm gonna have
you
to
don't do
rewatch,
drugs, right, Johnny?
No, I don't. I'm gonna have to rewatch this.
You should.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. Either way, yeah. As long as everything's cool.
Watch, they're going to be the wrong color when you get them.
Well, no, because I've been in contact with the guy from Bare Knuckle as well, and from what Jeff informed me with, he said that they're going to contact Bare Knuckle, but I'm also going to contact Bare Knuckle as well to make sure that everything's in the works. You know what I mean? Because they know about the whole situation and what's going on with that. So there we are.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So they're doing the right thing, and that's all I wanted to see happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all anybody should do is do the right thing.
Yep. So yeah.
Hey, community. Hey. It's so funny how, like, if any gamers out there, if you try to make any kind of like fun name, and I'm not saying it's a fun name, but if you try to do any kind of like funny name, whether it be on PlayStation or Xbox, or even on some of the games when you can like put in a custom name for your character, even try to put in like butt or fart or anything like that. Nope, this name is not allowed. It's against community guidelines, all this stuff. But YouTube, who is just banning everything nowadays and demonetizing people, they allow a name like that to go through. It's so funny. Oh, God. Yeah. Wow. There's a lot of people in here. Dang.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Subscribe if you're brand new. 102 watching. How many thumbs ups do we got? 33?
No, that's not enough here, boys. Come on.
We need a few thumbs ups. Is Nightbot in here? Nightbot's in here.
R2R3 Locknut says, I'm thinking of purchasing a 2009 USA Wolfgang for $1,800. Does that sound right for the price? Well, it's certainly the right price. You should get it. $1,800 is a great price for that guitar.
What condition is it in?
And what color is it?
It's that guitar. It's got the reverse neck pickup. Oh, it's sold already. Damn it.
Dave's doorbell rings.
Send R2 R3. Send one of us the if you have pictures of it. Send them to us. We can show it off.
Yeah. Yeah, or put them in the Discord. You guys, pictures of guitars and awesome stuff that you guys are building or whatever, it's always welcome in the Discord. So make sure you jump in there.
Man, I had like half a show's worth of material planned, and they ruined it by sending that email. All day yesterday and today, I haven't been able to like concentrate on anything or do anything because I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that. And they went ahead and ruined the show by being cool.
Well, order another guitar.
Okay. I'm sure the second I either call, they know I'm like public enemy number one there.
I especially like the way he says I'm not responding again.
Oh, well, I don't want to get into what the email said, but yeah, that is pretty funny. But no, because yesterday I called and the gentleman I spoke to on the phone, he instantly, the second I said my name, he's like, okay, hold on a minute. Like he knew. Mm-hmm. It's like they probably have my name on the wall or my picture saying, do not,
There's a picture of you on the wall there, like when you got the bad check
with dart holes in it,
or the
like Metallica doing the Kip Winger,
the post office. There's a picture of Jay Annan.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Jannon, yeah. Says.
Matthew Stewart asks, do many people put the EVH neck pickup in the bridge because it's hotter? Not that I know of. If it's hotter, it shouldn't be that much hotter. And the reason why it's hotter is because it's usually lower in the body than the bridge pickup. So for it to pick up for it to be the same loudness, it would have to be a tiny bit hotter.
I've never heard anybody doing that.
Who said that? Are they asking if you can switch them around? Or
no, he says, have we heard of people switching them around?
Well, I remember when they made the Music Man.
No, putting it in the bridge.
Neck to bridge, bridge to neck.
Yeah, I remember when Eddie talked about the Music Man guitars way back when they first started making those. And he was saying those pickups, in the Music Man guitars anyway, they were, they were made exactly for the bridge and for the neck. And if you swapped them around, I remember he was saying the guitar would sound terrible. If you turned them around, put the neck in the bridge and the bridge in the neck. Although there's a lot of people though that put,
I don't know if it would sound terrible, but because it was, isn't the rumor the neck was an Air Norton and the bridge was a Tone Zone, or were they rewound or anything? Or does nobody really know?
They say that they are very close to being those. They're probably custom versions of them, with minor changes. Excuse me 1 second. About to sneeze.
Mute it.
Don't do that.
Wrong button.
You're a jerk.
Why? I was gonna say, hit the button on the microphone. That's all you gotta do.
Not you.
He's calling me the jerk.
Oh, for zooming in.
Yeah. I guess it's that one.
Yo, Jason McNamara, don't give them any ideas. That'll be hanging up in the office.
So Jason Wade sent me pictures of shit. Whose guitar is this?
Oh, that was a bad word. Fret level midnight. Thank you,
R2's the guitar that R2 wants to get. It's a white one for $1,800. Yeah, I still think that's a great guitar. It looks,
Look at those knobs.
Great. Yeah, those need to be switched.
Those aren't the original knobs.
No, they're not. They need to be switched over to the original knobs, but the guitar looks fine. Here's the back of it.
What happened on the? Was there? Let's see. Can you do? Can you zoom in on those knobs?
Yep.
They almost look like the old like Silvertone knobs.
They're DoD. They're like DoD knobs.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they are pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd leave them.
Knobs and Sags, the Nasty Boys, Boner Jams, with another wrestling reference. One of their moves, Johnny and Dave. Well, I don't know if Dave knows this, but they'd have the guy in the corner, you know, against the turnbuckles, and they'd push their armpits in their face, you know.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Gross.
Yep. So 9 o'clock, I'll do the John Boulware unboxing. Is that cool?
Sure. Wait, so like 14 minutes?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Okay.
right. You're on the left coast.
Yeah. It's only 5:46 here.
Yep.
It's still light out here as well, you know.
Bozique said he played an Ibanez RG with a tone zone in the bridge at Guitar Center once, and it sounded phenomenal.
Tone zones sound great. They're one of the best sounding pickups ever.
That's cool. Yeah, they probably either started making those, you know, or saying those other pickups were like those, you know, because you can't buy those pickups brand new. The ones that were in the Eddie Van Halen Music Mans, you couldn't buy those pickups separately. You could only get them with the guitar. Although it wasn't until did Peavey sell the Van Halen pickup separately or not?
I don't think so. I don't.
So it wasn't until the last 10 years where you can buy the EVH ones.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't you guys say, Johnny, that if you had to replace your Ernie Ball Music Man EVH pickups, they would replace them, but you had to send the originals in, correct? Didn't you say that?
Yeah. You'd have to send the pickup in or give them your serial number or maybe even send the guitar in.
Yeah, I don't think about sending the serial number in because that's they'd have to be an exchange or something.
Mm-hmm. I remember getting switches from them. You know, my first switch on the EVH, the Music Man, it broke. So I remember ordering a switch, and I installed that. I don't know if I went through two of them, maybe just one, just one of them, but I think I remember if a pickup broke, yeah, you'd have to mail it in, and they'd send you another one.
Mm-hmm. Matthew Stewart asks, what's the difference between the Wolfgang pickup and the Frankenstein pickup? The Wolfgang pickup is hotter. It's about 16K. The Frankenstein pickup's about 14K, and it's got more bass response.
Johnny, did you see Fret Level Midnight's comment?
Yeah. The can't stay long. Just saying, hey, got to wake up at 3 a.m. to drive to Denver.
Ooh, someone's gonna be having fun.
In Denver.
Isn't it like the high altitude? Is it, or is it
the Rocky Mountains?
Rocky Mountain High,
Colorado. Yeah, yeah. Although that stuff's legal out here too.
Luckies. Cameron Brown asks, aren't the pickups in the EVH Music Man the same pickups in the Music Man Axis guitar?
No, they're not.
The only thing
in the Axis.
I think they're custom made as well. Oh, the Bozique is saying the Axis has the tone zone and an Air Norton. Yeah, the only thing similar about the Axis guitars and the original Van Halen guitar is they kind of look alike. That's the only thing that's similar, you know. Even the body shape and the neck shape. From the front, they look the same, except for the switch is in a different place. But you turn the guitars around and they look different. They're not the same. You know, there's like a belly cut or whatever on the Axis ones, and the Van Halen ones the backs are flat,
like a Telecaster.
Yeah, yeah. The necks are different too. The necks. I mean, I think on the Axis guitars, the necks get bigger. The necks are like way bigger, like faster. On the Music Man, it's like super tiny up here, and then slightly gets bigger slowly. If that makes sense.
Keep doing that.
Makes sense? Yeah. I'm gonna use this on the Music Man guitar. It's smaller up here, and then just slightly gets bigger. On the Axis, it gets bigger, like faster. Right? Does that make sense? Is that true?
I
think so.
Basically, the difference is on an Axis, on an EVH Music Man, the edges are rolled to make it feel like a 40-year-old guitar. The edges are rolled, and that's why the both sides of the E strings are very close to the edge. On the Axis, they're not rolled. They're sharp, and there's more room for the E strings so they don't slip off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that issue with your Ernie Ball, Johnny? You feel like the strings are kind of close to the edge of the fretboard?
Well, I don't have an original Music Man Godot Floyd on mine because mine, rusted shut. After years of sweating on it and whatever. So mine has a Floyd, has an 80s original Floyd on it, but the E string actually is like this high off the neck. And I'm not joking. If you saw it, you.
Well, I know the reason why the radius on the Music Man neck is a 10-inch radius, and the Floyd Rose is a lot flatter radius. It's 12. It's like 12 to 16-inch radius on the Floyd Rose, so it's going to be higher on the ends, on both ends. It's it's really not meant. It's not meant to be on that neck, but sometimes it works. Sometimes I don't know. It probably would be easier. It'd be better if you had that shim underneath the saddles of the Floyd, and then take the claw and everything from underneath it. Take all that out so that it sits lower on the body, but then you'll have the right arc, and your action might be lower on the strings.
Yeah, because there's no arc. It's like straight across. And I remember on the original bridge there was that arc. I think you could see it.
Noah's?
Yeah.
Matthew Stewart. Oh, he's asking you, Dave. Sorry.
You can answer it. Yeah, 625 is great for a good condition Japanese EVH Wolfgang. Sure.
I second and third that. Yes. I paid a little more than that on my on mine that's in the case right there, and that's definitely a good price.
Other questions here too. Hang on a second. It's going so fast. It's hard to.
It is. Everybody.
Mike Neese says we know that Performance builds guitars, but do they wind their own pickups as well? I have no idea. Give them a call. Ask them.
But if they don't, we all know a couple great companies that make.
Yeah, we know lots of good companies. Yeah.
6 minutes.
Ooh.
John Boulware is having problems with his phone. It keeps stopping. Uh-oh. John, keep up with us. We're going to be opening your package soon. Package.
Is he up to speed though?
I don't know.
Because it seems like a lot of times when he's commenting, he talks about stuff that's like
that we've talked about.
And we've
20
already
minutes ago?
did. So it does sound like a connection issue. John Bulware, if you can hear me. Oh, he's on his phone? Is there a live button on your phone?
Yes.
Okay. So John, if you hear me, or when you're hearing this, push the little icon that says live on your screen, and that'll put you right on, where we are in the video.
It'll be on the bottom left-hand corner of the main window, I guess. Daniel Greco, hey guys, any word on the new Steve Vai guitar project he is working on that he mentioned in the Sweetwater interview?
I haven't heard anything.
I have not either. I'm sure we will soon.
To be honest with you, Daniel, we don't know, but if we knew, we're not the kind of guys to just let the cat out of the bag before it's supposed to. It's just not good publicity.
So Dave knows, in other words.
No, I don't. If I did,
no,
I would say I know, but I can't say anything.
Dave, stop winking.
He's got his fingers crossed. Yeah, we wouldn't. He's right. If we did know, we might have private conversations with each other over it. But no, we wouldn't.
Okay, there is a live button. Okay, I see that. Yeah, anybody that's watching this as well, if you want to get caught up to the actual on the video, push where it says live. You want the red icon to be next to the live icon. Yeah.
Well, that depends. If you're just watching the show, then it doesn't matter. But if you're going to be like commenting and expecting immediate responses from us, especially, and people in the chat, it helps to be on
the same page.
Yes.
Yeah, they're probably thinking these guys are dicks, man. They're answering my questions.
That's my question. 45 minutes later,
you dick.
They're not answering my question. I know how that feels, man. I remember watching you guys and asking something that I thought was a good question. And next thing you know, a couple minutes goes by. These mother effers, man.
We just didn't like you.
There was that one time I mentioned you guys were talking about a certain guitar player, and I expressed my opinion about him. And Dave kind of let me have it. And this is like I said, this is before I was even on with you guys for the first time. I was just in the chat, for a couple of weeks or whatever.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I do.
Oh. That's all right. You can think I'm a dick for that.
No,
that's all right.
I think part of the reason why a lot of us, I still consider myself a fan of you guys, but just, sometimes the honesty is good. If it's like somebody expresses their opinion, and it is all opinion, of course, but, you should say, you know what, you're an idiot.
Did I say that to you?
No, but
because you're an idiot.
You might as well have.
What were we talking about? Just now, you got to say it because now I don't remember anything.
All right,
about it.
So no, it was you guys were talking about Randy Rhoads.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, now I remember. Yeah.
No, I don't remember that. I still don't remember it.
Oh,
that was you.
Johnny's gonna kick me off.
Yeah, you're the eject button.
And then there were two.
That was you.
Back to two. Yeah. Oh,
wrong button, Johnny.
He kicked himself.
Stop doing the drugs.
No, I gotta take Howie out real quick.
Okay.
All right.
And then you can open your John Bulware package.
Yes, we got one. Okay.
So discuss this because I don't remember it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if somebody was asking about like who do you think your top whatever guitarists are, and I forget who mentioned Randy Rhoads, and I just sometimes when you're like listening, even if it's on the radio, somebody brings up a topic and you just want so bad to like put your own opinion in there, So I said, yeah, Randy Rhoads as a lead guitarist is great, but he was a sloppy rhythm player. That's what I said. And I know that I know
My
the
eyes
chat is going to
now.
blow up with more, Jay's an idiot, which is fine. But you kind of like snapped a little bit. You're like, 7/8. Like your voice cranked up a little bit, and it was just.
But I don't remember what I said. Do you remember what I said?
Something about he was 21 years old, and he was. I kind of forget because I was like, oh shit, these guys ain't gonna read any of my questions from now on.
No, but you got to realize, which you already do. He was 21 years old and still crazy good. Crazy good, like really schooled. And I don't think it was. I honestly don't think it was. It was him being sloppy. I think it was the choice of distortion box he was using in his Marshall, which made it sound ratty, which makes it sound sloppy. What might sound good for single note solos may not sound good for rhythm sections, and quite often that's the way it was with it. I mean, I didn't like his rhythm sound at all. So I do get what you mean by sloppy. I don't think technically he was sloppy. I think it was just his sound that made him sound sloppy. Riley Morgan asks, any tips on putting a Floyd in a Strat? I wouldn't do it yourself. If you have to drill the holes for the posts and drill and do a nut shelf for the neck, don't do it yourself. Take it to someone reputable. You will ruin your guitar.
But hold on, I'm on Floyd Rose right now. Don't they have that one that kind of? I'll try to put the.
It's for a Les Paul. It's not for a Strat. You're talking about the FSR.
Crap. Let me try to find it. I know Johnny's not here right now either, but crap. What is it called? Is it the Rail Tail? Is that it or not? I thought there was one you could put on.
That's a regular Fender style bridge. It's just made by Floyd Rose. I think he wants a real Floyd on it. Like
I know.
Like one of these.
That's the difference. Is if you want a real Does this go on a Strat style guitar or no? Yeah, you're right. It says the FRX. It says tremolo system for Les Paul's SG Flying V style guitars. Yeah. Still cool. That thing looks cool though. I'm gonna put the link in the chat anyway.
Okay.
To look at this because this is really neat.
Bozique, we're not going to discuss what Roth said and what he meant by it. We're not going to discuss anything about Van Halen until Eddie or Alex or Wolfgang puts out a statement. I'm just not doing it.
Well, Cameron Brown and I chatted for a couple minutes about it, and I'm not going to.
What we discuss in private is not. I don't want to.
No. I'm not going to discuss any details or get into what Roth said. I'm just going to say that it's funny. Like Roth will say so much, but say very little at the same time, and everything is just up for. Nobody knows what the hell he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like me.
Exactly.
Dwight Bailey, hey, 7/8. How do you repair a broken jack-o'-lantern? I can't wait for this. How do you repair a broken jack-o'-lantern?
Huh? I think he's actually asking you.
No, it's got to be a joke.
I don't know how.
There was another question here I saw a few minutes ago. Han 36 Solo. What song is a good example of sloppy? Have you heard the song called Crazy Train? Where is that other question? Bam Mozzie says, if I bought a gem, I would want it to be the Woody. Disappointed that it's discontinued.
Isn't that also made in Indonesia?
Believe so.
Yeah, it's not a great one. It's cool looking. That's about it.
Looks cool. Bam, I think I can speak for Dave. If you're going to buy a gem or a universe, or any Ibanez, in my opinion, I would look for the
Prestige
RG or the Japanese gem.
You know, I just had a Prestige. I meant to take pictures of it to show you, Jay. Remember the SG Junior that I had recently here?
Yeah.
The customers. Well, the same customer brought me one of his Les Pauls, and he brought me a black Stealth Prestige RG single hum with reverse headstock. Ooh. Gorgeous guitar. Amazing, beautiful guitar to set up in fixed form. Well, not fixed, just set up. And I just brought it back to his house yesterday. What a great guitar! I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to take pictures of it and show it to you, but
that's what I was going to ask. I'm like, dude, you got to take pictures of that.
Beautiful guitar. Except it had an Edge Pro on it, which is good. They're cool, but it's not like a real Edge, not like a low Pro or you know, an Edge 1, I guess you would call it. First, like a first generation Edge.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Is it different material?
It's not different material. It physically looks different. And the way you put the strings in the saddles, in the bridge saddles, are different. Not as good, as far as I'm concerned. It's not as good an idea as, you know, like a Floyd or a regular Edge. Mm-hmm. Just not. It's not really as good.
How does it compare to the Wonder Bar?
I've never had one. I don't know. But you know, the Wonder Bra compares to the Wonder Bra, not the Wonder Bar.
You can compare those, though, right?
Yeah. Wonder Bra?
Yeah.
Bam Ozzy, so premium Ibanez guitars are not good. No, we're not saying they're not good. We're just saying the Japanese Ibanez guitars are awesome.
Yeah, they're a lot better. You know, I mean, let's face it. They're just because a premium, I'm not saying premiums are bad, but they're not going to be as good as the Prestige models. They're just not going to be, or else they'd be that much money. They'd be $3,000 like a Prestige. Mm-hmm. It's just, you know, it's logical. It's science. They're made cheaper. They're made with cheaper parts. And I mean, it doesn't make them bad guitars. They're just not as good as the Japanese made ones. It's just the truth. It's not us being snooty at all.
No. Oh, you can only go. No, it's not one of those. It's just. Oh, here's the. How do you fix a broken jack-o'-lantern? With a pumpkin patch. Ah. And John Boulware is about 20 minutes behind us, so he commented a few minutes ago about the pickup level. You know, when you just have a pickup.
Sure.
But he's got to be looking at the chat going, what is everybody talking about?
It's all good.
Mm-hmm. Fine. Well, I guess I'll unbox this because he'll see it sooner if we wait any longer.
How far back is he? How many minutes would you estimate?
I would say 5 minutes ago, he commented on us talking about the pickup height.
Which was 20 minutes ago.
That was
maybe a half hour ago.
Half an hour ago? Okay, just take half an hour to open that box. Start now, and then have it actually open and the thing out in half an hour.
Okay, so we'll just. I think he sent me a message or commented on something. Maybe it was on the video. I think I might have an idea what this is, and we'll see what happens. But here we go. John Boulware.
You want to present?
Man. Here we go.
You want me to present?
Yeah. Okay.
Joe Swartz just mentioned to me on Facebook.
Your Swartz is as big as mine.
Does he still watch this stuff?
Oh.
I remember he got really mad at me one time. And
all right. So there's a...
How could anyone get so mad at you, Johnny?
I don't know. He got really mad at me. He sent all these maddening messages, I remember.
No, that was me.
Well, that's every day.
All right. So I don't know if I should I'll read part of this. I'll show the item first. All right. So, oh my God. Now, I'm not a Raiders fan. I'm a Bears fan, but for
It's a
any of us
nightgown.
football fans out there that know, the Bears play the Raiders Sunday in London, and Khalil Mack used to be on the Raiders. Now he's on the Bears. So John says, here is my request for a bet. If the Bears lose, you have to wear this shirt on Johnny's show. If the Bears win, you got a shirt to hang up. Well, it's still not it's still a Raiders shirt. I don't know if we'll be hanging it up either, but
Who is that?
John Boulware.
Oh, John Boulware. Okay. Oh, he lives in Oakland. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my team too.
Yeah, I bet it is, Johnny. Okay. Yeah, I can't read any of this other stuff.
Love you, love you, love you.
Gadonka,
Gadonka.
He says, have fun and stay frosty. Thanks, John Boulware. John, thank you very much, man. I don't know if I'll be able to wear it. It's a 5X.
You'll slip right through that neck hole.
I think it's Khalil Mack's real shirt. He's a big boy. I don't know, man.
5X? That doesn't look very big for 5X.
That doesn't look very big. Dave, come on. Don't tell everybody.
What happened to Edward?
Oh, he's over in the corner.
How would that look on him? Is he still wearing the rat salad?
Yeah, you want me to put this on him?
Son him?
I'll be right back. I'll put it on him.
Put the son him.
Put it down him.
Son him.
How about this? I'll put it on backwards. So, you guys still there?
No.
Well, don't. Oh, never mind. All right, go ahead.
What?
He says, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
That's pretty cool. Either way, that's a cool shirt. You know, I mean, especially out here, because I mean that's the team out here is the Raiders. You know. Or I think it still is. Maybe not. They're going to be in Las Vegas.
It wouldn't be the 49ers for you?
Nah. I'm not really into any sports.
He doesn't know who that is.
You know.
The 49ers? The shirt's so big it knocks what's his name over.
Oh, it's real heavy in the front?
Yeah.
Or is it big in the back? Yeah. Gabriel Ton guitars. Yeah. What is football?
I love football.
How's that?
There you go.
Thanks, John.
Looks like he's wearing a fat suit. Look at that.
It's too funny.
Take off the fat dress and get on the mattress.
More cushion for the pushing.
Yeah. So you'll be wearing that shirt then, if your team loses? Is that?
Yeah, since John sent it all the way over to the East Coast, if the Bears lose, I will wear that shirt on next Friday's show.
You will lose. I will not see you.
No.
Nope.
Johnny, when can we celebrate?
Huh? We will be celebrating.
Where are you going?
I'll be going to see Andy Timmons in the city at the Iridium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. And you're going to take your guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Can I ask him if I can play? No, I will not.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And then isn't there something going on tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Rob Johnson's birthday, and Carlos, our buddy Carlos Figueroa, it's his birthday as well. And Carlos invited us all to have dinner with him in Manhattan at a place called Carmine's on 91st Street. It's an Italian restaurant. It's a big family-style Italian restaurant. It should be a lot. It should be really nice. 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That actually sounds like a real nice time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And in the morning, I have a driver safety class at the local fire department for that my insurance to lower my insurance.
Today, Junior.
To lower my insurance. Yeah.
Aren't you get a ticket or something?
You're just supposed to switch to Geico, though.
No, you know what? Geico is really expensive. They say they're not expensive, but they're seriously expensive.
My wife's confusing me. She's texting me saying I won't be here the next Friday either, but then she said it's the 18th. Where the hell are we going to be on the? I don't even know what the hell's going on. I got a Raiders shirt in my room now. It's a 5X.
Jasco Plumbing. I will be at the 8 o'clock show on the 11th. Friday the 11th.
Mm-hmm. And then the 18th is the following Friday.
Yeah, what's Jeannie? What the? Oh, we're going to see Candlebox. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're playing
That's
at the
cool.
House of Blues, man. Yep.
What was their song? I remember the name.
You?
That was their song?
That was one of them. Far Behind.
Hey, you, Far Behind. Not so far behind.
Well, I can't play it on here.
Is John Biel in here? He's not
he
here.
will be. Wait about 20 minutes. He'll comment on that.
Okay. Or somebody. Actually, there's people that have access to it. Somebody, if you're in the Discord,
Ding!
put some Candlebox in the Discord under the Johnny Bean TV section. Like Soda, you're in there, right? Yeah, I'd like to hear those.
Their first record is really, really good.
Oh, there you are.
Sonically, the songs are great. The singer was awesome. Yeah, their first album is really, really good.
That's cool. John Biel says he worked with them a few times.
And Queensryche is coming here. When is that? And guess who's opening? John 5.
Which Queensryche, though?
Oh, it's the not Jeff Tate Queensryche. It's not Jeff Reich or Queen.
Wouldn't that be funny if they toured together and one of them opened for the other?
Guys, can I open?
You know, you got the Queensryche, you know, without Jeff Tate opening for the Queensryche with Jeff Tate.
Queen Tate.
You know, or have them just play together and have, 14 people on stage.
Tate Reich.
Slipknot does it, right?
You know?
So I'll try to, I highly doubt it. I mean, I know Brendan Buttcheeks got to see John 5 at a meet and greet or whatever at the Chance in Poughkeepsie, New York, which actually he's going to on the 19th because Steel Panther is going to be there. But I'm not going to a meet and greet because I can't give him a cigar box guitar like Brendan did. Which was great.
What was that?
What was that?
Oh my gosh.
That sounded really cool.
No, it didn't.
Bozique says, let me get this straight. There's 2 Queensryches now. You know, there were 2 Queensryches for about a year or so after Tate got booted from Queensryche because then they had to go to court for the name. And the band won the rights to the name, but Jeff Tate won the rights to Operation Mindcrime as far as performing it live. So if I believe correctly, Jeff Tate can perform Operation Mindcrime live, and the band Queensryche, that got to keep the name, cannot perform any songs off that record, I think.
Why? Why? First of all, live, it shouldn't matter.
Live, it shouldn't matter. But
shouldn't matter. There's, you know, you can play whatever you want live.
Well, it matters because people are only going to go to hear certain songs. You know, nobody wants to go to hear the songs that nobody knows.
But I'm saying, why can't Queensryche play the songs live? I mean, I can understand them not being able to record those songs again, or you know, take money on the recording, but to play, you could play anything you want live.
You know what? Maybe that was one of the things, like, to let's get everything over quickly and not blow through all of our collective money on a trial that could last forever. Maybe Jeff Tate's lawyers were like, "Hey, let him have the name. You take the album." Who knows? I'm just saying, if I remember correctly, and I'm almost positive that's what. Yeah, settlement, exactly, Bozique. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm not a lawyer.
And Reza Khan brings up a good point. Khan. That Tate said that Operation Mindcrime was his brainchild as far as the whole story and concept. So
God.
maybe the band was like, you know what, have it. You have the album, you can play it live, and we'll just keep the name.
Mm-hmm.
And Reza also asks, where and when did I get the second 2009 EVH? Really awesome looking. I have a similar looking MIJ veneer top, though, but it plays great. Do you know if the necks are the same as with the same Floyd? Well, they do have the same Floyd. They're both made in Korea. They're the Floyd F1000. But this is the second one that I got. It's not mine. It belongs to a friend of mine that's a customer of mine who is it just joined a Van Halen tribute down in South Carolina.
Oh, yeah, he messaged me.
Yeah, I know. We'll get into that in a minute. And I found this guitar for him at my local guitar center. It was about $1,500. So I grabbed it right away and called him, and I said, I've got the guitar for you. I've got one. Send up the money. And he did right away. Then I got it. I hadn't plugged it in, and I got it home, and the electronics did not work. So I just rewired the electronics today, and now it works perfectly. Sounds great. Less filling. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, who walks out of a guitar center with the guitar that's broken?
I don't care. For $1,500, this guitar, with broken electronics or not, was well worth the deal. It doesn't take much to wire. It took an hour to rewire it. That's all it took. So, yeah. So when he gets back he's on the road at the moment. He'll be back home in 2 weeks or so, and then I'll send this down to him. But this is the guitar. It's beautiful. It's just as nice as my guitar. Great guitar.
Who was at the counter when you bought that?
My buddy,
okay.
Matt.
So it wasn't like some 18-year-old kid. Yo, no. Bro, you just bought a guitar. It doesn't work.
No, my buddy Matt. He always takes care of me, but he didn't know either, and I didn't even tell him. So I didn't even tell him it didn't work. Huh?
Huh? Oh, you mean later?
Yeah, I didn't, because I didn't plug it in while I was there. I just said I'll take it, and my buddy sent up the money. And that's it. And then when I plugged it in here, it was like, no, didn't work. It wasn't working. It wasn't working correctly. So rewired it. Now it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Jay's lagging again.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Jeannie, what are you downloading down there?
She's on Kazaa.
Better not be uploading anything, I'll tell you that.
Well, that's what it is. It's all the uploading.
Yeah. Alex Radford says he needs a Wolfgang. Yep. Everybody should have one or two.
Everybody needs a Wolfgang.
I've got quite a few of them. I mean, well, yeah, I've got what one EVH and 3 PVs. 3 PVs. Three PVs. Yeah, they're cool. They're all good. They're all good in their own right.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Alex Radford. Hey, Alex. No, I was gonna say Alex Radford. You know, Alex has been going live in the evening times. But I was gonna say, Alex, if you go live like right before we end, we can send everybody over to your stream.
Getting rad with Radford.
Yeah. Yeah, because I noticed the other day, like we ended, and then like a couple hours later he started, and I was thinking, man, only if he started like right after we were, right before we ended, we could send everybody over to his stream, help him out. So, hey, Ronald,
what does his show entail?
Show and tell.
It's similar. It's similar, talking music and guitars and
Cool. Is he a metalhead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why, you want to go on his show?
Yeah, I'll see. I'm off. Alex, what time do we start tonight?
You're fired. You're fired.
No, I can't be fired if I quit.
No, you're fired.
I quit.
All right, get out of here. This way you don't collect any unemployment.
It's probably
scram.
That's probably how the whole Eddie and Sammy thing. I quit. You're fired. I know. I have to quit. No, you can't quit if you're fired. You're fired. Well, you can't fire me if I quit.
Oh man,
right.
That sounds like a bit.
It does.
Oh, look at Howie. Look at Howie and Ned.
And he's having that conversation. They're having that conversation.
Right now. Just had that conversation.
Yep.
Right. Fire him right off the roof. Matthew Stewart asks if there's any tonal significant difference between the EVH guitars. Yeah, slight. Every guitar is going to sound a little bit different, but yeah, they both sound a little different.
Mm-hmm. Well, what are the differences?
I think this guitar is maybe a little bit sweeter sounding on the bridge pickup, but a little darker sounding in the neck pickup than mine.
Well, that's because that pickup is flipped around.
Yeah.
And that's also not the question.
That's the reason why they flipped those around. To make it a little brighter sounding.
Well, there you go.
Or
makes sense.
Possibly. Oh God. I'm staring at Dave and I'm staring at myself. Possibly. Like I said before, maybe somebody doesn't really know what EVH guitar is. Doesn't know that Eddie has his pickups a certain way. And maybe looked at that guitar and said, oh, that front pickup is backwards because normally the Zebra pickup, they're both the same, they're opposite, like, the white is facing each other or whatever.
Right. Yes.
So maybe they're like, oh, that front pickup must be backwards. Who knows?
But tell you the truth, since we're used to looking at it the other way forever, I kind of like the way this looks. I kind of like it.
Well, which one is let's let me pull up some pictures of some of these because
the custom looks like this.
Are they all the same though? Like the Music Man? Excuse me. Oh.
Wait, wouldn't it be this though? There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. Oh, crap. Let me see.
What do you ask?
Yeah, what was your question?
My question is okay, with the Music Man guitars with the pickups that weren't flipped. Wait, hold that up again.
Black and back on the.
It's always been this way.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right.
Okay, that looks like a Music Man. That looks like the Music Man. Let me look at the PV now. Is the Zebra all the same on each pickup? Are they all the same, or any of them like reverse zebra?
No, they're all like this. Kelly wants to know why you can't buy this Wolfgang anymore, because they don't make maple necked Wolfgangs made in USA anymore. They're all ebony.
And that should be an option coming up. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be.
Johnny, what are you doing?
Huh?
Looking for something?
What am I doing? Oh no, I'm done.
Well, I think, looking at that, like, I think the fact that I've been looking at, both zebra pickups facing the same direction on the EVH guitars for so long, before I even had it, it just, at first when I saw it, I'm like, that looks kind of strange. But I think now, after seeing Eddie play that guitar, with the pickups that way for so long, to me, that looks right. And when I see the normal zebra position, it looks wrong to me. It almost looks like the pickups are either too close together or too far apart, depending on what's forward and what's backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bozique wants to know, he says, I own a Tobacco Burst Special and have played lots of standard Wolves in stores, but have never played a USA. How much better in terms of build quality and tone is the USA compared to the Special? It's a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. It's a more solid feeling guitar. It's a better guitar. It just feels better. It really does. I mean, I'm not saying the Specials don't feel good. They're great guitars. They're especially amazing for $1,000 guitar. The Special is a great guitar. But when you play one of these, it is night and day difference in feel and sound. It just really
is. That what it is?
Yeah. It's just a much better guitar.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. I owned a one of the USA signatures for a little bit, and I will say that it just felt like wow, this thing, just everything about it was like Dave said, solid, smooth. The neck was this felt amazing. I would say the Japanese Special is closer to the USA than, let's just say, like the Mexican Special is to the Japanese Special. That's my opinion. I don't know if anybody else agrees with that, but I have a Mexican Special, I have a Japanese Special, and I owned, like I said, the USA Signature. And the Japanese Special is it's damn good. And super, I don't want to say super close, but it's close. It feels right up there,
It's very special.
Very special. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should have been the EVH very special. Wolfgang very special.
Yep. Half Face writes, today $1,000 guitar should feel pretty damn good. That's not necessarily true. There are a lot of $1,000 guitars that should not be $1,000 guitars. They're just, $1,000 guitar today is a middle of the road guitar. I'm not saying that, $1,000 is not a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But in terms of guitars, it's not always true that $1,000 guitar is going to be a good guitar.
Mm-hmm. Good night, Fret Level Midnight. Good night, man, and thank you. Pascal. Well, Pascal's here.
Hey, man.
Hey. He's our friend from France. What time is it there, man? It's like 4:30 in the morning or something? And then
it's 6 hours. It's 6 hours later than it is here, right? In England?
Huh? He's in France.
Whatever.
Should
it still be 6 hours about?
I don't know. But hey, Josh, hey, man. Josh Kraft is in here. It says, hey, Howie and Johnny. You're in the market for an EVH Music Man? Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Check. Actually,
check Johnny's. What is that thing called behind you? Your armoire,
Guitar more.
guitar armoire.
There's a Music Man. What do you call it? Group on Facebook where people are always dealing with that stuff. Actually, our friend Neanderthal just got like 3 of them or something.
I think
Did you
it's
see that?
more than that. I think, right?
Really?
Just in the past like 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, Josh, good to see you in here, man. Yeah, we should definitely get together at some point, man.
Ooh,
we're
serious.
Yeah, we actually met at Jason Becker's house.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, good to see you, man.
Half-Ace, if you're calling me a grump just because I say $1,000 guitar is not always a good guitar, then you're on the wrong show.
Well, can I add to that, please?
Sure.
I think the $1,000 guitar or that range, I think you might step in crap and get a guitar that's holy crap, this thing is awesome.
I agree.
I think the consistency issues is around that range where you might get one that is phenomenal, but also you might get one that's like, ooh, I don't know about this one. So,
and it's like that at every price point. Not every guitar is going to be perfect.
But the window, I think, at that range it's different. More expensive guitars. Yeah, you might get a hunk of junk, one that doesn't play well, but I think it's a smaller percentage when you get more expensive than that, or the next step up, I should say.
Yeah, it's a smaller badonkadonk.
Smaller badonkadonk, tighter. not in a good way. Oh yeah, it is a good way, I guess.
Hey, Caleb. Hey, dude. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, man. Wait, I saw something else.
Boner Jams wants to know about your
That was it. That was it. Boner Jams. I still got to figure that thing out. I went to their official site and I couldn't figure it out. It's weird. I don't know. John BL, are you in here, man? We're gonna have to take some time with that and actually look at it and try to put it on a guitar like live, because looking at it, I can't figure out how that thing connects.
Can you guys hear that?
Yes, the dog.
Oh, that's not Jeannie. I was reading, there was an article that said something about marriages last longer when the husband and wife, or whoever it would be, husband, wife, whatever, make fun of each other. And I was like, Jeannie, we make fun of each other all the time. I'm like, no wonder we're doing good.
Absolutely.
And she'll file for divorce tomorrow.
Hey, Laverna.
Hold on a second.
Krellbar says Korean diamond guitars are great guitars for less than $1,000. And I agree with you. The diamond guitars, those diamond guitars, they are really good guitars for what they are. Absolutely. I've played quite a few of those guitars. They're very good.
Yeah, John BL. Yeah. We'll figure out that Boner Jams. We'll figure out that strap. Thank you again, man. It's awesome. I wish I could figure out how it works. It's I don't know. Caleb. Oh, it's all good, man. I saw your stories and stuff, man. You were up here in the Bay Area. Although you were like 3 hours away from me. But I'll see you soon, man.
Law Guitars 92 X92 asks which is a better flying V guitar, the Gibson or the Jackson?
We should ask the chat that.
Yeah.
Which do you guys like better? Would you rather have a flying V Gibson or a flying V Jackson? I'll put my answer in there. Oh, and this just in. Steve Anderson is at the Cabo Wabo right now.
Oh shit!
Cool.
Bean and cheese burrito, lime margarita, and a Pacifico. Man,
Nice.
yeah, he sent me a message earlier. He's like, Johnny, I'm at the airport, headed to Cabo.
Okay, have fun. Speaking of $1,000 guitars, right? Is somebody saying that we're like being snobby or something?
Yeah, people are saying
Because
that.
hold on a second.
Not we, Dave.
Oh, okay. Because if it wasn't for the paint job on that guitar, it would be $1,000. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
That ESP or LTD guitar right there. Now, to be honest, I usually don't play it. I've only seriously played it once, but it is a very inexpensive guitar, and it's not bad at all. It just needs to be set up properly, but like it's not a bad guitar, you know. So that's 2 guitars right there that I own that aren't technically top of the line.
Exactly.
And you own specials, right, Dave?
Sure, I've owned specials. I don't own any at the moment, but yes, I've owned specials.
So there it is, huh?
No, I just, I've sold them for better guitars, for cooler stuff. That's all. And, again, anyone that wants to call me a snob because of my own opinion, I don't care. It's just my opinion. Everyone has an opinion.
And there you go.
Yeah.
I saw a couple questions from me. I'm going to answer the one Bozique just asked. He said, Jay, that raises a question. The EVH Striped series is like $999. Why is the Striped Wolfgang so much more? I wonder. I don't know about the Striped series ones, but supposedly isn't this one technically not hand painted, but
yeah, it's painted,
hand striped, and
it's yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean it's hand painted because you got to have the spray gun in your hand, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a wrap.
Are the Striped series guitars wrapped? No.
That was kind of a big deal back a few years ago. Remember McKnight got to the bottom of that. Because remember, everybody was thinking maybe that those were a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
And then he actually found out that they're not.
That's a wrap. And then Gary Tholander says, 7/8, do you play a lot of 7 strings? Yes, I love it. I have one on loan, and I just can't wrap my head around it. Drop A or B standard, help a brother out. I play in standard tuning, so it is drop B, and then everything else is E to E. I don't know everybody is different as far as some people can't get used to it at all, but I'm trying to think, because when I first got a 7-string guitar, all my band's music obviously was still 6-string, but I started playing a 7-string guitar on a 6-string, and then just started writing music incorporating the 7-string, and maybe that made it easier. I don't know, but nowadays, I pick up a 7-string and it feels normal to me, whereas I pick up a 6-string and it feels like I'm missing a string. So, it all depends, man. If you dig it, keep playing it. And which one is it too? I'd like to know which 7-string you're borrowing.
Yeah, and also regarding my lighting, yeah, actually, I'm not using a gel today.
Well, maybe you should, because you are just.
I know my everything's just like flipping out. And then who was that? Hang on. John Boulware. Show the picture you sent me of the Bumblebee Entertainment Tonight. Charvel. Let's see if I can find it, man. How can I do that? Can you resend it? Because I get so many emails. Or if you can give me like your area code, I can find it that way.
Oh, yeah. Like spackle. That doesn't sound like. So I guess.
Relief.
I guess. Let me go back to my 7-string comment or story, I guess, or backstory, because Showman Blue says, Jay, so you just started out playing it like it was a 6-string and just added it in as you went. And I guess, yeah, but I could see where if I wasn't playing 7-string music, even though nowadays, like I'll play 6-string stuff and it just feels normal, I just leave out the bottom string. But if I wasn't playing original music at the time and writing original music, I probably wouldn't have, stuck with the 7-string. At the time, like my band was getting heavier and we really started to incorporate, the low string and the low stuff. So it worked. Whereas if maybe I wasn't into that type of stuff and, maybe wasn't playing my own material with writing that stuff, maybe I wouldn't have done it or wouldn't have stuck with it. So, I mean, it all depends, man. If you want to play that low string and play some heavier stuff with the 7-string, do it.
Yeah. Boner Jams, I'm really not sure what Gojira is.
It's a band.
No.
Yeah, it's a band.
Their guitar player has a signature. Yeah. Is it a signature Telecaster? I believe.
Okay. Well, still don't know what it is, though.
Yeah, I think they use EVH.
Yes, for amps. Yep.
I think they're one of those bands that's actually endorsed by EVH, and they don't yap about it nonstop.
Oh, that's pretty good. I got a message from Jason McNamara. He wants to hop in, but I gotta. It's like clockwork. I have to hop out as he has to hop in. Can you send him the link?
That's how it always is, huh?
Yeah. That's disgusting. Soda says, what tuning did you use on a 6-string? We did standard and then drop D as well. But once I got the 7-string, all the drop D stuff stopped. Gary Tholander has an Ibanez RG 7-string. That's the one he's borrowing.
Oh, that's cool.
Rezicon says, my 1990 RG 550 and 570 were around $580 with case back then, meaning in the 90s. Recently bought an RG 550 Genesis series for $1,000 without a case. The old ones are much better. New ones are good, but not great. I agree with you, Reza. The new RGs, they're very good guitars. They're not the guitars that you can get 90, 91, 87 through 91, 92, around there. Those Ibanez guitars were top notch. They, no matter what, you can get them. They were fairly inexpensive, and they were amazing guitars. They still are.
I've yet to play one of the reissue Ibanez, whether it be the Gem.
You're playing one right now, the yellow one.
Oh yeah, the J. Hannon Custom Gem. No, what was it? The 30th or was it the 30th anniversary ones that came out 2 years ago? Right, the green, the pink, and the yellow.
Yeah, 2017, I believe.
Yeah, I haven't played one of those, and I haven't played any of the Genesis. But yeah, Dave, you're 100% right, man.
I recently played at Genesis, a Flare, Road Flare Red Genesis, and I almost bought it. But it just, I bought it because I wanted a Road Flare Red, and I could never find an old one. But then I just thought to myself, like, no, let me hold out, because this is not as good as the old ones. It's just not as good. It's not worth $1,000 to me. If it was $550. Then yeah, of course it's worth $550, but it's not worth $1,000. When you can still get an old one if you can find one for under $1,000.
Cameron Brown says he's got a 30th anniversary Gem. Cameron, you want me to send you my address? What can I give you for it? Hey, Jason.
Hey.
What's happening?
Hey, that's a cool
Greetings.
shirt.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm not biased about the guitars that I choose to play. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Not even a little bit. There's no hidden agenda here whatsoever. There's no bias. There's no... Although that's really not right. But anyway. So the reason I wanted to jump in is this whole debate about the $1,000 price point thing. Now, much like Dave, I have a lot of retail experience too. In fact, in 2 countries, as most of you know, Australia and Japan, I did 15 odd years worth of retail, 11 or so in Australia and 4.5 here in Japan. I will say personally, I think the best value guitar for under $1,000, even actually a bit less, I think that might be like $600 or $700 in America, is the Korean-made Paul Reed SE series guitars. They are phenomenally good for the money.
I agree.
Now, for the people who say that Dave's a snob, which he is, but he deserves to have that title, and it's not a negative thing. Dave's spent years practicing, years collecting, years owning guitars, years buying, years selling, all these things. Just look at his wall right over his shoulder there. He has an education that gives him a stance to deserve the title and position to feel the way he does. It's like somebody who, let's say, is, I don't know, whether they're 15, whether they're 20, whether they're a late starter and they're 25, whatever, who's in their first relationship, doesn't understand the complexities of being in a relationship like somebody who's gone through a few different partners because they genuinely tried to be in a relationship and it broke up. It's exactly the same thing. It's a matter of your experience dictates what you know and what you're comfortable with. So I believe that Dave's actually 100% right in the fact that he says this guitar isn't this and this guitar isn't that, because from his standpoint, it's not, because he has the experience and devotion to the craft to understand why it is what it is. So I hope for those of you out there who feel that he's potentially what you may call jaded about cheaper guitars or whatever, it's because he knows differently. And the people who generally say that haven't had the opportunity, and believe me, I'm not rich by any stretch either, they haven't had the opportunity to be able to try all these different things. The advantage of having done what I've done is I've played everything from a $300 or even $200 Squire all the way up to like $20,000 PRS private stocks and everything in between. So it's the experience, and that's where I think it lies. So what guitar works for me, works for him, works for you out there. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I never said that a $300 guitar is a piece of crap. You can find a gem in, a gem of a guitar, meaning a good guitar, for $300 to $500. You can find them. Is it going to be every $300 or $500 guitar? No, it's not. Chances are a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 guitar is going to be more consistently better than a $300, $400, $500 guitar. Chances are. That being said, there are plenty of dog guitars in the $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 range, which is horrible. It's horrible to even think that. Bless you.
Gibson! Sorry about that. Oh, wow, I don't know where that came
from. Gibson USA, yes. But the custom shop, I got to disagree with you. If you're thinking the custom shops are crap, they're not.
Yeah.
They're all really good. Are they? Dude, should they all be Should they be $90,000?
Did you not see that wall of Gibson custom shops in the store that I was working at here in Tokyo?
Oh, yeah, sure. They're great guitars.
They custom shops are good.
Are they worth 10 grand? I don't think so. I really think that they should be. I think they should cap it maybe $4,000 because they're making so many of them. They shouldn't be $10,000. And they should be $4 grand.
I used to have people come into the store all the time in Tokyo saying to me, I want to buy a Gibson custom shop. And my whole thing about being a salesperson was I never let anybody buy something that they didn't really want, which means a lot of the time people would walk in with something in mind that they thought was what they wanted because their friends told them or they read a review on the internet or what have you. And I would actually sit down and spend with guys who are spending like $5,000, $10,000, whatever dollars, and sit down with them and really spend an hour, 2 hours educating them on what's what and letting them make up their own mind. And the amount of times that those dudes walked out the store with a PRS private stock or a really high-end American PRS was insane because they just discovered, and it wasn't through me trying to force them, They just discovered that the quality with the selection that we had in that store. I mean, you got to understand, in that shop, there was about 120 American-built PRSs at any time. You know, like I went into the Guitar Center in Hollywood every NAMM that I went over for, and you were lucky if you found 20 on the wall and not even one private stock. Mm-hmm. You know, about 30 or so of them were private stocks back in the day. And funny enough, it's not like that now. But when I finished there 2 years ago, it was still like that. My point is, it's a chance of people getting to be able to put the guitars in their hands and really discovering what it is. I believe in America, isn't there like this real stigma of guitar stores where they kind of have this snobbery of like, you can't touch that because we don't believe you're going to buy it or you might damage it or whatever? Is that right, or am I getting it wrong?
No, you're
no.
right.
Most of the stores out here, that's how it is. There's signs that say, "Don't touch." You know, if you want to play this, you know, let us know and we'll, you know, because a lot of well, think about it, maybe, you know, a lot of them, they don't want this stuff getting trashed. Like you walk into a Guitar Center, and I was at Guitar Center. Well, I've got a picture actually. I was at Guitar Center the other day, and I took this picture. Where is it? Right here.
Jenny, are you wearing a lab coat?
It does look like it now, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm a scientist.
Is Caleb Rappaport breaking news on our show right now?
I don't know.
All I can see is the dime bag guitar, dude. I can't, and a broken string.
Yeah. Look, it has a busted string on it.
Broken strings.
You know, so that's what happens is you walk into other stores and they don't want people just jamming out on their stuff.
What's Caleb got going on, Jay?
I don't know. I almost don't want to say it on here, but he's
put it on the chat.
He's saying, and this is from Caleb Rappaport, not from us, that David Lee Roth is pissed, folks. Van Hagar flies again soon. Roth's latest radio interview, Classic Van Halen, is over. From Roth, it says, this is his speculation. He says that to me says that he's out and another version of Van Halen is coming. All right, he got me pumped up for nothing because.
Well, he's calling me a doctor.
Oh, well then, doctor.
That's pretty good.
Doctor.
I personally would be so happy if Sammy was back in the band, but I don't believe it's going to happen. Well, sorry, Sammy and Mike.
Well, Sammy wouldn't go back if Mike wasn't going back, but we don't have to get into all this now because,
I don't believe that Eddie will put Sammy back in the band. As much as what I asked him to, I don't think he'll do it.
It depends.
And believe me, I asked him to. I said it to him straight. Man, I wish he'd get Sammy back in the band. I loved that lineup. I just don't think he'll do it. But I did tell him straight up that was just my own personal feeling. I mean, shit.
What did he say to you?
Records. Hey, what's Jay got going on? Oh, is that Cameron?
Yes, it is. I'm trying to focus on your pink hoodie there, buddy.
He looks like he's wrapped up in a buddy suit or something. You're such a fuzzy buddy, you Scottish boy.
No, it's like in Christmas Story.
Come on, have you seen the movie North where Bruce Willis wears the giant pink bunny suit?
Peter North?
Sure.
No.
I like those sneakers, man. Send me that guitar and those sneakers. Are you a size 12? But
That's cool.
I don't think I'd fit in the pants, and I wouldn't look cool in that hoodie. So,
is that like your guitar, Dave?
Yeah, except mine is an original one. That's a reissue.
Here you go, Johnny.
Yeah, that's almost the same as the.
That's Bryce Willis.
Yeah,
looks just like. Oh shit! I wrote Bryce. Typo. Big hands, you know. And Jay, I can't believe you've only got baby size feet. Are you a 12 in a Nike? Are you?
I think I'm like a 12 and a half in a Nike if they make half.
Jeez, you got baby feet.
Well, I'm not 6'6".
I'm not 6'6". I'm only 6'3". But I got stupidly big feet. It's not fun. I got size. If you're in a Nike, I'm a 15.
So you're like
It's
almost a
not
basketball player.
Wow.
And by the way, you were talking about 7-string guitars before. Check this out, man. I'm going to play the most shreddy 7-string ever and not make a single mistake. Because I haven't got any strings on the guitar at the moment. But anyway, I wanted to mention to the dude who was asking about 7-string stuff before, because I obviously play 7-string too. For me personally, when I got into 7-string, I was like a massive Dream Theater fan back in the Images of Words, and especially Awake album. They were by far my 2 favorite Dream Theater albums of all time. And Scenes from Memory is very, very cool. My advice would be, if you want to get into 7-string, and Jay makes a good point about doing original music, but if you just want to make a connection with the guitar and see if you can get comfortable on a 7-string, try playing some covers of 7-string songs that you really love. That's my advice. Like, I learned, because I was such a big Dream Theater fan, Caught in a Web. And all the riffs and stuff that went with it, the guitar solo section. It's a really fun one for me. Or The Mirror, which I've really enjoyed playing. It's just like lots of chuggy, but it's a fun way to learn a 7-string.
Is The Mirror the one with the...
Love that song.
Remember the first time I heard that, I was like, "Oh my god, that's so heavy." That first, you can't see it on here, but the crap. How about that?
Yep, that's the one.
But it's such a minor little thing that Petrucci, you know, it's cool as hell, man.
Hell yeah.
And adding that extra little power chord, heavy as hell, man.
Exactly. And like the riff to Change of Seasons is another really cool one, man. That riff is fantastic. The riff that he does at the end of Lie, which goes on from The Mirror, where he goes back into the mirror. There's some really cool riffs during that ending. So that's my advice if you want to try a 7-string, is just try some of the songs that are played on a 7-string. And as far as the whole drop A versus standard B tuning, if you want to practice drop A, just learn any Korn song in history, because that's what Korn do. But don't try and learn Limp Bizkit songs on a 7-string, because Wes only basically doubled up the high B/E string.
Yeah.
The advantage of playing a 7-string, for those of you who play 6 and have ever thought about it, is that when you play a 6-string, which is down tuned, that can go down to B, you lose that top E string. And that's really where it kind of destroys it, is you don't have the full range of the guitar. The advice if you're playing a 7-string is having the full range of a normal 6-string guitar with a low B in addition. What you got there, Mr. Nesdell?
It's a custom shop 1990 ESP Kamikaze 4.
Nice.
Yeah. One of my favorite guitars right now. Yeah, cool guitar. Very heavy. Very heavy.
Did you guys see that video that Craig posted during the week of him doing the guitar solo from Wait by White Lion?
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't help but laugh when I saw that. It was like so 5150 tone on that, and it was just like I put a comment on his video, like saying, "Dude, I couldn't help but laugh," because it was literally like Vito Bratta had stolen Eddie Van Halen's guitar and rig and everything and played the solo on that. He played it well. It's just that the tone was so 5150, it wasn't funny.
I mean, yeah, that's his wet rig, you know, and he's got a lot of chorus on it.
A lot. What are you doing, Jay?
I'm just trying to talk Cameron Brown down on his the price for his guitar.
That's so funny. Mickey Settlemyer, I believe it says Divine Wind on here. I'm not sure, but I think it's a Divine Wind.
Oh, do you want me to find out?
Yeah, could you?
Yeah, sure. Hang on a second.
Hey, and also do me a favor, Dave. Tell Cameron Brown, or don't tell Cameron Brown how much those guitars are going for. And also tell him not to look on the internet for how much those guitars are going for.
Because he's a deaf, blind, and dumb mute?
Yeah, and also tell him that I got a split.
All right. I do too. I got to put Ellie to bed.
Yeah. So as soon as Jason comes back, we'll say goodnight.
Yeah, my wife is just finishing up reading something to the kids. She said, give her a minute and she'll be right here and she'll tell us. Actually, you know what? I could probably even take it over on my phone and just ask her. So if I go back to the show. Oh, here she comes. You don't want to be seen on the show, do you?
No.
Okay, hang on. I've got to cover up the camera because she doesn't want to be seen. Can you
There's
show the guitar there?
a stop camera. Look on the bottom,
Oh,
Jason.
sorry.
It says
that
stop
Japanese.
camera.
Hey, it's all right.
Kamikaze.
That says kamikaze?
Yeah.
Ah, so
Oh, it's
he was under the
kamikaze.
impression that he was under the impression that it said divine wind.
Kamikaze. It's like the god wind, like we use like during the wars, and like it's like old Japanese myth. And
Hey, can you just come and say that again? Like, they don't need to see you, but can you just
Yeah.
explain it so they can hear? Here you go. This is my wife's voice, even though she doesn't want to be on camera.
yeah, the kamikaze is like god wind.
God wind, okay?
Yeah, we use like when something really good or helped us happen, like we call it it's kamikaze, like the god helped us, like it's in the myth and like old stories and history and everything. We use those names during the war as well for the the human missiles kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
So is it?
Yeah.
So do the Japanese people still really relate that to the human missile thing, or the Japanese people see it as God's wind?
No, we don't see that. We just say like those time they use those names for those like things.
During that small time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like the kamikaze is just got wing, like sometimes like the when something really good.
Of course,
happens,
kami and kaze. Of course, I know those two words. I never really thought about that before.
That's all.
Thank you.
No worries.
All right.
Thank
so
you.
the guy said thank you, Soquel.
No worries.
The further explanation, and yes, these two hams are coming to say hello. So this one turned 4 on Monday a couple of weeks ago.
Why
This one
can I hear
turned
the sound,
6
Daddy?
on Monday coming.
Happy birthday to
Why
both,
can
man.
I hear the
They said
sound?
happy birthday, but you can't hear it.
Oh, yeah,
I
they
can
can't hear
it with
us.
my headphones. They
Yeah,
can't
happy
hear you.
birthday. Happy birthday.
He said that you smell really badly. He can smell you from here. They didn't say that. Oh, show him your beautiful teeth. Show him those gorgeous pirate teeth of yours that are missing.
Oh Lord.
You still got all yours. Yeah.
Now.
My kids are kind of hams. I wonder where they get that from.
Can we hear?
Anyway, so it's actually true because kami is the Japanese word for God. And kaze is the Japanese word for wind. I never, in all of my years of speaking Japanese and living here and whatever, actually stopped to think about kamikaze as being two separate kanjis because I can't read. You guys, okay, you guys go back to the living room, please. Go back to the living room. Nothing there. Close the door, please. Because now they're whinging too much about wanting to hear everything, and it makes it too hard. So traditionally here in Japan, like the word kamikaze actually existed as meaning literally God's wind, which is correct. And because they were human missiles and it was the wartime and whatever, they just used that term. But as Shoko explained, nowadays nobody in Japan thinks about the term kamikaze as being the war thing, which because that's how me, you guys, all of us learned the term kamikaze as being the human missile during the war. We never would have stopped to thought about it as anything else. But for the Japanese, that was a very short time in history versus just what they understand the terminology of. It's as simple as say something like if the term sunglasses suddenly got associated with closing a door. I mean, it's stupid, but I'm just saying something like that. For a short term, in the course of history, we would probably still think of them as sunglasses. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, and that's what it is. So God's wind is actually correct. And I never ever thought about it. That's true.
Do they all say the same thing? Because I know there's different versions of that guitar.
I think they do. I think every one of them. I mean, because that's what the guitar is. It's a kamikaze guitar. So yeah.
And just so that you can know for the Japanese pronunciation, it's actually kamikaze. Because they pronounce every single, like, you notice with the word kamikaze, it's consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. Like ka, consonant for K, vowel for the A, and then so on. So ka, mi, ka, Ze. That's how you pronounce Japanese, is generally going broken down like that. So the way we would, like, say, for example, karaoke is a perfect example. I don't know why I'm giving you guys a Japanese lesson, but here we go. Karaoke, you read as karaoke, but for the Japanese, it's kare or ke.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that should be Dave's next guitar.
The karaoke guitar?
Kamikaze, then the karaoke.
No, you just need a microphone that says that.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I gotta put the kiddo to bed.
Cool. Yeah, I got a split too.
Yeah.
It's time for Howie's his W.
It's nice to see you all. I'm sorry if I didn't get to anybody's shout outs just there because I don't have my second computer on right now. Oh, and just quickly, if you haven't seen it yet, please jump onto my YouTube channel, because if anybody films any sort of videos whatsoever, I am promoting this because I really enjoyed making these videos. These two things, the Rode Wireless Go, I put out 3 videos on them this week. This is the transmitter, which has a microphone built in there, and you can also plug in a, on this side, sorry, you can also plug in a lapel mic. This is the receiver. This thing is freaking cool as hell. So like I said, I made 3 videos on this. One of them is a general one about using it with any sort of sound recording device, like this monster that I used in the video, the Zoom recorder, the F4. And then I did one dedicated on using them with a GoPro, and then I did one dedicated on using them with an iPhone. If anybody's like doing unboxing videos and stuff, and say you use your phone or your computer and you move away from it, you just clip this thing, which you could use like that, or you could put a microphone on it or what have you, and you can walk away, and the sound consistency, you can go anywhere. Like I can use my Bluetooth headphones, go to the living room, and I can still hear you guys talking shit about me.
That'll happen in a few minutes.
Exactly. But so that's the same thing. So you can use this and you can run around with it. So check out my videos on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/C for channel /Jason McNamara.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
there you go. Jason, can you do me a favor and just message me a quick link to those, because my brother-in-law does like movies, and not like, A-list movies. Not those kind of movies either. Not like the silver screen stuff.
Uploading.
Yeah.
If I was to copy and paste the link into the chat right now, would it work or not? The links go through on the chat or not?
Is your name Blue?
I believe, yes, I have a wrench or whatever.
Your name is Blue. It will.
Let me. I haven't got the
And
chat
also, if you type in the chat, that's a direct link to your channel as well.
Well, thank you. So yeah, so it's the most 3 recent videos on my channel. So if you just go to my channel, there you go. That'll work.
Mm-hmm. Or say hi. Oh, you don't have a thing, do you?
I don't know. Do I have a thing? Maybe so many different things.
Okay, I gotta go.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody
Yeah. So do I.
All right, say goodbye.
Good night,
Goodbye.
everybody.
Night.
Goodbye. See you guys tomorrow night with John BL, Saturday night. And I'm leaving too. Goodbye.
See you, Dave.
See you later.
Johnny Bean TV. Good night.